The thing you do before your workout might be the reason your workout doesn't work. Not your program, not your protein. The 5 minutes you spend before your first set, doing exactly what you were told to do, is actively making your session worse. And the frustrating part is you think you're being responsible. You're not. Here's what most people do. Walk in, hop on a treadmill for 5 minutes. Maybe do some static stretches. Hold a quad stretch, pull an arm across your chest, touch their toes. Feel loose, feel ready. Rack up the bar and go. And here's what's actually happening inside your body during that. Static stretching, the hold and count kind, temporarily reduces the force your muscles can produce. A 2013 meta-analysis looked at over 100 studies and found that static stretching before exercise decreases strength by up to 8%, power by 8%, and explosive performance by over 10%, for up to an hour afterward. You just voluntarily made yourself weaker before touching a single weight. The treadmill jog isn't innocent either. 5 minutes of steady-state cardio raises your heart rate, sure, but it does almost nothing to prepare the specific joints, angles, and movement patterns your actual workout demands. Your nervous system is still half asleep. Your muscles are warm but unactivated. You're not primed. You're just less cold. Here's what a warm-up is actually supposed to do. Your nervous system controls how many muscle fibers fire during a movement. More fibers recruited, more force produced. At rest, your nervous system is conservative. It doesn't want to blow out a tendon because you reached for your keys, so it holds back. A proper warm-up isn't about temperature, it's about signaling. You're telling your nervous system, heavy load is coming, recruit accordingly. Get the right muscles switched on, moving through the ranges they're about to be loaded in, at the speeds they're about to be challenged at. That's it. That's the whole job. Static stretching sends the opposite signal. It tells your nervous system to back off, relax the muscle, reduce tension. That's useful after training. Before training, it's sabotage. And yet 90% of gym goers do this every single session, every single day. Then wonder why their first working set feels terrible, why their numbers are inconsistent, why some days they feel strong and other days they feel like they've never lifted before. It's the warm-up. It was always the warm-up. Here's what actually works. Dynamic movement, not static holds, controlled motion through a full range. Leg swings, hip circles, arm rotations, bodyweight squats, inchworms. You're moving the joints through the range they're about to work in. Synovial fluid gets distributed. Tissue temperature rises. Motor patterns activate. Your nervous system starts recruiting. 5 to 7 minutes. That's all this takes. Then a movement-specific ramp. This is the part most people skip entirely, and it's the most important one. Before your first heavy set, do lighter versions of that exact movement. Squatting today? Do 2 sets of bodyweight squats, then an empty bar, then 50%, then 70%, then your working weight. Pull-ups? Do band-assisted reps or scapular hangs first. Each ramp-up set is activating the exact neural pathway you're about to load. By the time you hit your working weight, your nervous system has already done a rehearsal. The fibers that need to fire are already on call. Your first working set stops feeling like a warm-up because it isn't one anymore. One more thing, the activation work. If you have a muscle that chronically underperforms, glutes that don't fire, a weak core that buckles under load, shoulders that don't feel connected during pressing, 5 minutes of targeted activation before training can fix what months of training couldn't. A few glute bridges before squats, a dead bug set before pressing. You're not fatiguing the muscle, you're waking it up. The difference between a muscle that's theoretically strong and one that's actually contributing to your lift is activation. And most people spend 0 time on it. So here's the full picture. Drop the static stretching pre-workout entirely. Save it for after. 5 to 7 minutes of dynamic movement covering the joints you're about to load. 2 to 4 ramp-up sets on your first main lift, starting light and building. Activation work for any muscle that tends to check out mid-session. That's it. 15 minutes maximum. Most of it is stuff you could do with no equipment in the space next to the squat rack while someone else loads their bar and skips all of this. Your warm-up isn't supposed to make you feel loose. It's supposed to make you dangerous. The 5 minutes before your first set decide how every set after it feels. You've been spending those 5 minutes making yourself slower, weaker, and less coordinated, then blaming your program when the numbers don't move. Fix the warm-up. The workout fixes itself.